Hello and welcome all. So today I've got another survival features video for you all. This time we're looking at Green Hell, the survival title set in the Amazon rainforest by the team Creepy Jar. It's a survival title that us console fans have been eagerly waiting for now, and the Creepy Jar team have released the cart mode on PC. Next on the game's roadmap they released was the console release, so with that in mind I thought this video might get us all a bit more excited for the amazing, beautiful looking survival masterpiece they're bringing us. So, as I said, it's a look at some of the survival features this game has, which other titles may not, and also they might do, but in a very different sort of way. So starting off, I want to look at the way the game displays your main stats. It's in the bottom left corner of your screen. You have a few bars to keep an eye on: your health bar, your stamina bar, and your energy bar. All of which you have to monitor carefully and keep at a high level. For example, eating to increase your health, rest to increase stamina, sleep to raise your energy levels, so on and so forth. There is also a sanity bar next to your main stat symbol, which will go into more detail a little bit later on in the video, but it's pretty much similar to most games at this point. But this is where Green Hell has a feature that separates the rest. It's something called macro elements, which are 4 key areas. They are your fat, your carbohydrates, your protein, and your hydration. Keeping these elements under a watchful eye are key to keeping your main stats up. Now you might be wondering, how do you monitor these 4 elements? And that's with the help of your amazing survival smartwatch. I know, most survival titles have got these now, they're clever little buggers. Your watch is going to be your best friend in Green Hell. It's completely powered by the sun, which is hugely convenient, and it's equipped with 3 different functions. So, kicking it off, function 1, clock. I know, it's an obvious one, but your amazing watch comes with the advanced ability of telling you the time. I know, it's technology. It also tells you the date and month. And I know, may not seem like a big deal, but in Green Hell it can help you plan everything. Do you venture out for a hunt away from your camp a bit too near dark? Or even trying to work out the wet and dry seasons that are to be expected? It's a brilliant little feature. Function 2 is your compass. Once again, it's another simple one, giving you an ability to check your coordinates and providing you with some sort of directional indicators. As I said, it's simple, yet it's a much needed tool when you're lost in the Amazon rainforest. And then this is function 3, the macro element scanner. The macro element scanner, without a doubt, the most important tool in your smartwatch. This function will show you current levels of your nutritional needs. It's vital in monitoring and carefully keeping up those vital signs. So look, that is the small basics I wanted to cover just before explaining the rest of these things. We can now move on to the main purpose of the video today, and that is me explaining 12 survival elements in Green Hell to keep you guys excited for the release for console, starting with your sanity. So, sanity. In Green Hell, your mental state is just as important as your physical state, and let me tell you, like your physical state, your sanity can decline just as rapidly, and with low sanity comes consequences from hearing small criticisms and insults in your own voice, to being attacked by your own hallucinations, and like I said, it's easy to lose sanity from just eating the wrong foods or trying to heal yourself in some horrific way. But with lowering sanity comes raising it, simply by sleeping in a good safe place or just eating the correct food near a lovely open fire can bring those sanity points straight back up. So now moving on to leeches. Who would have thought going for a swim in a beautiful Amazon rainforest could have side effects, eh? Well, it turns out it does. In Green Hell, going for a quick dip or even just walking through the forest can have these little bloodsuckers gripping onto you. And not only are they a horrible sight, but they reduce your sanity per leech. And while not being fatal, you still want to get rid of these guys as soon as you can. Fever. A simple survival feature to have in a game, but in my opinion, a vital one. And in Green Hell, a fever can be a knock-on effect from many different afflictions, such as a bite from a creepy crawly, food poisoning, even an infection from a previous wound. While you have a fever, your sanity once again is going to take a hit, but can also be treated by letting nature take its course or by having good old-fashioned stew to reduce the heal time. And since I mentioned food poisoning, I may as well tell you about this feature. Exactly like real life, food poisoning in Green Hell follows the same rule of eating ruined foods full of bacteria, you're going to get food poisoning. Next leads to vomiting, and with this you're going to lose precious fluids and nutrients, and unfortunately until this side effect is cured you're going to keep chundering. Luckily there are some remedies which will come with a sanity loss but will help you in a pinch. Like in real life, having a rash isn't going to be fatal. Irritating? Yeah. Hard to look at? Definitely. And in Green Hell, getting a rash from some not so friendly ants or wasps will cause your player to get a nasty rash with some horrible looking red bumps, swollen skin around the irritated area. Luckily, once again, a cure is at hand. You can leave it to heal on its own pace, but keep in mind your sanity is going to be dropping the whole time, or fasten the process up by applying a bandage with some healing properties on it. Now, as you can imagine, there are so many things that could leave a scratch or an abrasion on your player. From a simple fall from a height, being attacked by the friendly locals, or tripping over your fire at night. All of these incidents could lead you down this horrible road, and while not as bad as a laceration, it's still something you want to treat as soon as it happens. You can do this by simply applying a standard bandage, but risk further infection, or using a bandage covered in honey or another disinfecting property. And seeing as I mentioned it, let's talk about lacerations. It is bad news for you in Green Hell. Bleeding as soon as you have this horrific injury, it quickly drains your health, and like most things in Green Hell, left untreated, you're going to get a nasty little infection. Once again, a nice brush with the locals or a friendly puma attack will lead you down this deadly road. And as you can imagine, a bandage is going to help, but it's not going to really save you. You're going to have to get creative, use the local insects to help you at the cost of, once again, sanity loss. So you've probably gathered, pretty much most things in this brutal survival title can lead to an infection. And as it seems, it's just as horrible to look at as it is to gain this wonderful feature. It's swollen, it's red, and it comes with yellow pus. It leads to a fever and even death if left untreated. All of this from those harmful little germs and bacteria getting into a wound, causing this beautiful rainforest. Treated in many different ways, from applying a bandage after it's been cleaned by some friendly maggots that will help eat the infected flesh at the loss of course, your sanity. But just because you've done all this doesn't mean this pesky infection's even gone for good. It can come back. Brilliant, lovely. So many words in that I enjoyed saying. I know what you're thinking. This rainforest sounds a bloody ball. But the fun doesn't stop there. We've got parasites up next. And like I said earlier, everything you eat and drink in this rainforest must be done cautiously, because any unsterile food or uncooked meats or even having dirty hands can lead to getting parasites. And those little buggers living inside you are going to be consuming all your precious nutrients that you've been building up. Luckily, eating certain fruits and mushrooms can help get rid of the pesky buggers. So now I'm trying to get back to a couple of less gruesome afflictions. So we've got insomnia. Another simple feature, it is pretty in-depth in Green Hell. It comes in different stages, getting more severe each time. Symptoms like losing energy faster, losing your sanity, and even can lead to passing out. And on that note, imagine walking across a river, passing out in the water. Guess what? In Green Hell, you're drowned. Avoid insomnia by simply sleeping in a bed off the ground for a few nights should do the trick. Oh, good lord. Right, now we have worms, and I really should have thought of a better way of bringing that subject up, but nevertheless, Green Hell have some of these guys as a survival feature. They burrow under this player's skin, draining sanity very quickly, and causing some lovely red bumps for you to see. From just sleeping on the ground for that matter, or passing out on the floor, could lead to these guys getting under your skin. But in a more gruesome turn, you can dig these guys out with a fishbone or prevent them by even getting to you by sleeping in a bed near a nice warm fire to reduce the risk. So it's the Amazon rainforest. You can only imagine how many creepy crawlers are all around you when you're just strolling through the forest. And in Green Hell, these creatures are plentiful, including spiders, frogs, scorpions, snakes, you name it. Now, depending on which lovely creature decides to sink its teeth into you, it's going to depend how much venom you get inside you. A small amount of venom in your body, you can fight it off on your own. But a large amount of venom, that's going to require more attention in the form of dressings, even painkillers. And usually all of this is accompanied by a beautiful fever, a loss of health and stamina. Brilliant. This forest is brilliant. So they were just some of the brilliant features awaiting you in Green Hell. But you're probably wondering, how can you check all these injuries and wounds? Well, this is where Green Hell is completely unique and brilliant. It's called an inspection wheel. It shows 4 areas of the body, so basically 4 limbs to inspect, and you can fully rotate each limb to carefully check for everything we might be covering in this list. Honestly, it's a massive feature, and as a survival fan, I couldn't be more excited to see what this feature is like. Imagine it, you're going to become a doctor in a sense, out in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, having to diagnose yourself, deciding what treatment is going to be best for you in that moment. I cannot wait to see this in action. So everyone, that is the list for us console fans to get excited about. As I said earlier, I really don't think it's going to be long till we hear some sort of news for Green Hell's move over to console. And I hope this list prepares all of us console fans for things to come. There is so much to cover in Green Hell. So if you did like what you saw today, let me know in the comments. I can do another one. There is so many features, so many little things that I'd love to tell you about. So let me know if you want to see another one of these. Please don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this video today. And also, as I've said, if you're interested in any information, be it an update for the release of this game or a release for another survival title, it's on my channel. Check it out. Hit that subscribe button to hear and see any news coming. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today, guys. Stay safe, everyone, and as always, thank you and goodbye.